Hey guys, firstly shout out to my subscribers, you guys are awesome, and thank you to anyone sort of watching the videos. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment behind. Firstly, I'm sorry for the delay. Obviously, there's been a lot been going on, not so much move related. Sadly my partner has been sick, and her mom's been over from Canada as well and has unfortunately been sick. So this Easter break's been quite a tough one really for everyone. So what have I been up to in the meantime? I am still waiting for my birth certificate, so my first tip is going to be, if you need something like a birth certificate, make sure that is the first thing that you actually apply for, because they never seem to stick to the timetable, and if you're sort of pressed for time and it is an urgent matter, you may not receive it in time. So tip number one, make sure you are applying for things like birth certificates the first thing that you do when applying for your visa. So obviously the purpose of this channel is documenting my move from the United Kingdom across to Canada on a spousal visa. One of the things that sort of came up, and the purpose of this video here, is the most difficult thing that I found was how to prove a relationship. Now, in order to get the spousal visa, you have to prove that you are in a relationship, and in a valid relationship, and you're not just sort of using someone, or you've not got together with someone just for entry into Canada, which I suppose kind of makes a little bit of sense. But you guys watching this, ask yourself this question: how do you prove that you're in a relationship without social media? Obviously, myself and Carly are all over each other's social media, and it would probably be very easy if we could just turn around and say, hey, check our social media, and you can see that we've been together for some time now, and this is a valid, real relationship. Unfortunately, that isn't actually how it works. So you actually have to provide real photographs. So as we can see on the wall here, quite a lovely display actually, that has been put up by Carly, thanks to probably Pinterest and YouTube. And how many people actually have genuine, real photographs, actual physical photographs, not stored on a digital device? Because this is where the sticky bit comes in. Not only do you have to provide genuine photographs, but you also have to say where you are, when the photograph was taken, and the full name and date of birth, yes, full name and date of birth of everybody who is in that picture. So, for example, Carly and myself have a photograph included from Christmas Day, which we spent with Carly's family in Canada. And one of the photographs was taken at the Christmas dinner table. There's a lot of us in that picture. So obviously Carly has been scrambling around trying to get, obviously, the exact date of birth of everybody who's in that photograph, which is absolutely crazy. I mean, as I said, you guys who watching this right now, ask yourselves, how would you actually prove that you're in a relationship? Because you know it exists. You are in the relationship. There are two of you, maybe more, I'm not going to judge, in that relationship. But how do you prove, for official government purposes, that it is a valid, a valid and viable relationship? And it's been crazy, really. So you have to include 20 photographs, in order to sort of show validity and over a period of time that you've been together. Also, as well, it helps to actually include letters from people who know you. So obviously, I've included letters from my side of the family. Carly's included letters from like her side of the family and friends and things, people who have met us. But it's the craziest thing, actually, how you prove it. In this case, as we say, we had to sort of go through all the digital photographs that we have, and Carly is a prolific photograph taker. Literally, we can't go anywhere without some kind of photograph being taken. And you know the old expression, behind every Instagram post is an awkwardly posing boyfriend. So once Carly's sort of gone through all the photographs, they've then been sent off. Bear in mind, this process isn't free either. So we've had to send the photographs off that have been selected that sort of show us being in a really real relationship over a period of time. Then, of course, we have to send them off to get them printed and actually turned into real photographs. Wait for those photographs to come. Fortunately, it was only 3 to 4 days, 3 to 4 business days of all that information coming in. Then the real work started of actually having to annotate every single one of these photographs. It was absolutely crazy. So that came in, we did that. And what else has happened? So last thing happened, the Acro police check, I don't know if I mentioned this, that has now come back. And it comes on a very official looking piece of, I don't suppose it can be described as cardboard, but thick, sturdy paper, perhaps. And what you're really looking for there is no trace. So that is the fact that, you know, I have never had anything to do with the police. And it's one of the things that you kind of want to be boring in life about, because it does help. Fortunately with myself, I mean, I've been involved in a lot of sort of jobs that have required like background DBS checks and other such things like that. Currently I'm working in education. Previously I worked in healthcare. So I'm kind of familiar with the process, but you know, you never kind of know, and you're always sort of wondering, well, is something happened that I didn't know about? Am I wanted for a crime that I didn't even know that I committed? Is there a warrant out for my arrest somewhere? But no, fortunately, it was a case of no trace. So where we are now is literally the last thing that I'm now waiting for is my own birth certificate arriving. I was expecting that kind of any day now, but you know what, that's going to have to wait until the next video. When that comes about, it's going to be putting all the paperwork together. We've actually worked out that it's going to be cheaper to buy our own printer to print it out ourselves than go, for example, to a library to print everything out. Because you can't send it digitally. Everything has to be sent in a hard copy. So that's where we are at the moment. And you know what, fingers crossed that arrives quickly so we can get the visa application done. Once again, guys, thank you very much for watching. Please give a like to the video, subscribe. Please leave your comments if you're curious about anything, if there's any questions you have. If you're going through this process as well, definitely get in touch. It would be good to see someone else who's going through this and what their experiences are. So for now, still entrenched in the United Kingdom and everything going through, but fingers crossed it won't take too long. So guys, thank you very much for watching.